at it again, y'all. I'm Psalm 1, and this is Audiotree Live, your premiere show for the band Obsessed. Today, we got a captivating post-rock trio that's part mathy, part whimsy, and all Chicago. Ladies, and gentlemen, please welcome Feller.
Horses I
Hey guys, something interesting you might not know about this YouTube channel is 80% of you all watching this video right now are not subscribed. So if you could pretty please hit that subscribe button below, and we're going to do our best to keep bringing the most amazing musicians from all over the world just to play for you. All right, back to the show. Yes, we're here with Ramsey, Pete, and Ethan, better known as Feller. I love the chaos of that first song you played. I love all the horses. It's so dope, so thanks for playing that. And welcome to Audiotree.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. How well did you guys sleep last night?
First thing I said to Ramsey this morning is I didn't sleep at all last night, but we're going.
You're a band that never sleeps. That's what I've been told. So it's just like trying to see how that goes. With so when you have a gig like this, what's the morning like?
Usually Pete's pretty good about picking us up, and then kind of we have a little like microtherapy session in the van.
Okay.
Which is usually just like not talking at all until we get where we go.
Yeah. People underestimate the silence. You know what I mean? Especially in the morning.
Absolutely.
Your band has grown from a duo to a trio thanks to Ramsey here joining up. What was that breaking point where you were all like, just stay?
I think he'd come up and play like 2 songs with us.
It got a little ridiculous.
We were just like, why not just have him for all the songs?
Yeah. Because it's the 2 songs that you collaborated on the last album, correct?
Yeah, on the EP, yeah. I think we kind of also just entered, each time we would get together, we'd play songs where you want the bass frequency.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. So last month was big for y'all. Congrats on the new project.
Thank you.
And played the day before Valentine's Day at Empty Bottle. What's the consensus on how the baby project has been growing now that it's like a month old?
It's good. It feels exciting to have it out. We kind of sat on it for a little bit.
Okay.
So it feels good to release it.
Yeah. So the Minnesota to Illinois connection is strong. And I see you filmed the music video to After All over in the land of 10,000 lakes. Yeah. What was your first connection or intersection with Minnesota? Who or what did it?
Well, that was like a small Midwest tour.
Okay.
And I think it just so happened most of the footage came from...
Okay.
Because Tommy, who's in the back, was just recording.
Yeah, shout out to Tom.
Kind of willy-nilly, so...
We have like a lot of friends that do like a bike collective in Minnesota called Genosac.
Okay.
And we were staying at their house, and the show went a little long, and one show got canceled, so we were kind of in Minnesota for like 3 days on a tour and went fishing, filmed all of the B-roll, and Tommy has a good little camcorder, so.
Yeah, it turned out cool. How would you describe the Chicago rock scene right now?
Burgeoning metropolis.
Healthy.
Burgeoning metropolis. Second city vibes all day.
Oh, but of course.
Yeah. So Chicago has its own like bucket list stuff for a musician to do. Audiotree is sometimes one of those things. But besides us, what's some of the bucket list Chicago stuff you still want to do as a band?
Well, I can cross off the Talia bucket list.
Nice.
Which I've been like chasing after for 8 years.
Yeah.
Because we're going to play there on the 24th.
Oh, congrats. Yeah.
First time for me, so...
Yeah.
I would honestly agree. That's been the last one to kind of tick off outside of Audiotree. So
sure.
We're trying to play the Empty Bottle as many times as possible.
That's one of my favorite venues.
Want to set records.
Yeah. Like band that played there the most.
I want a plaque.
Okay, well, crossing off Empty Bottle, we're crossing off Talia, we're crossing off Audiotree. So it's looking pretty good for y'all. So far, so good. Let's get back to the music.
Let's do it.
Backwards path
Yes, we just heard Hannah, a Sweet Ditty by none other than Feller. So you spoke in a previous interview about being kind of nervous about following up your 2024 EP, Universal Music Worker, which is amazing. How did you approach the feat of topping the last release? I can't help but think that the last project was a little bit more instrumental. Mm-hmm. How did you kind of approach like kind of going in and being like, we need to do better, even though whatever that means?
Well, first of all, we always get to work with our friend Doug Malone at Jam Deck.
Yeah.
And I think he helps shape songs and is very open to change. And we're not being shy about embracing change. Mm-hmm. So it left us pretty open as far as songwriting, where whenever we heard something that just felt good, we'd be like, that could go on the next album. So,
yeah.
Not being picky.
Well, being picky in the without being restrained.
Gotcha.
By a genre or like how we sounded before.
And like there's a lot about like anyone who's listening to y'all for like conventional song structure or like those kind of arrangements like ain't really gonna find it. And honestly, that's something I really love about your band.
Cool.
But who is it you know, collaborating producers? Is it a thing like that where you're just like, let's try to just like go there with it, or you know, not make it just like the traditional like rock song? Is there a corner that you turned?
Every time we get in the room, and it started as a duo, it's just like pretty gestural is like the way I would say it. And then with Ramsey coming in, it's almost like I was following his guitar, and then Ramsey now plays bass parts that are unconventional in their own regard.
Yeah.
So we kind of, it's impulsive. We rarely are like writing out a song on a draft board.
Yeah, it moves pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do the lyrics come in? Do they ever start? Like, do you ever start with the lyrics?
Sometimes I'll just be making up lyrics during one of those like jams.
Okay.
But for some reason, I'll always say something or repeat it, and that will kind of be the start of the lyrical journey when I go home. Mm-hmm. It's like an instinctive set of words happen, whether they mean something or not.
Sure.
But they end up feeding back into the actual lyrics.
Yeah, and it creates the meaning for sure. So it isn't just instinctual, just kind of like intuition. Like that sounds good in my head.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy poetry and writing.
Oh yeah, your lyrics definitely have a poetic, you know,
Thanks.
kind of nature to them. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me to hear. So let's start with this title, Sound Colored Penny.
It's pulled from like a Richard Brodigan little bit of prose, I guess. Not quite a poem, not quite a story.
Okay.
But it's just, it works.
Yeah. I love the album cover too. Did Thomas take those pictures, or who took those pictures for
Shout out Leo Horton.
Leo Horton.
All those pictures came from a book he found on the streets of Berlin, just like a really old book covering some Nordic sheep country.
So it's random too?
Yeah, totally random.
You know what? Sometimes the randomness is what makes it all, you know, kind of come together and work. And yeah, I love looking at the album cover actually. So I was wondering. And you're no stranger to long nights in the studio. Can you tell me about like a song or a point that you knew like that this was like part of the debut album, and this was like starting to click, and we've got, you know, a chunk of songs, and now we're going for it?
The first thing Pete and I ever wrote together was a song called Airmail Tablet, which we'll play in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Ramsey's bass part for that, he was like, I have a bass idea for that song. Instead of just playing with you live, what if I come in and record it? So that was kind of the installation of Ramsey, was just one singular track.
Yeah.
And then now look where we are, you know, we're right here.
Yeah, we're all here together. And so what's next for you? You working on new music, or does that kind of come after this album cycle? Are you all kind of always writing stuff?
Kind of already in the process.
Oh, okay.
Like 5. We just recorded like 5 new songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So keep it moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Exciting times. But thank you all for being here today, and let's get back into it.
Thank you.
Something that is such about you.
wish this place was the empty bottle so y'all could just stay forever and ever. But alas, a massive thank you to Feller for joining us today. And as always, major love to our camera ops, engineers, dogs, editors, and artists here at Audiotree, spreading the gospel of live music. These wonderful humans are playing a big show tonight, but we're in the future, so tap in with them and get tickets when they're in your area. Buy up all their merch and get into their catalog, like my personal fave, Universal Miracle Worker. I said music before because words are hard for me sometimes. Get into the personal fave, Universal Miracle Worker, and then the great new debut album, Sound Colored Penny. And also, please like and subscribe if you like what we do here, and you'll get these sessions at the top of your feed as soon as they drop. Get cool merch at audiotree.shop and follow Audiotree on all those apps because this algorithm will not eat itself, y'all. And like I always say, stay dangerous and drive safe. Please. I'm Psalm 1 signing off, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?